Okay, coming to us next is Dr. Corinthia Price, and she is our wonderful representative from the American Library Association's Executive Board, and she is a school librarian from New York. Take it away.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. What a perfect segue to come in from the introverts, how you can get involved with ALA. So today's workshop or presentation will be about navigating your pathways to leadership opportunities within the American Library Association. And this is going to be a really short presentation. I would like to do more Q&A, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of background about myself and how I became an executive board member within 3 years. So a little bit about me. I am a school librarian at the Greenvale School in Old Brookville on Long Island, New York. This is my second career. For the past 26 years, I was a higher ed administrator, and then I segued back into K through 12. I am now currently an executive board member of the American Library Association. I was recently elected in February, and I started my term July 2nd in San Diego. And I am a former counselor at large. And these two pictures are me. This is my personality. I am an outgoing person. This to the left is me just photobombing a photo with my students, and the next one next to it is me teaching students how to make a lamp during Diwali celebration. So how did I get here? How did I get here in San Diego of this year as a newly elected board member? Wow, can't believe it. How did I get there? Well, by getting involved with ALA. You should be leveraging your ALA membership to build your network, improve your skills, and make a difference. And I'm going to show you how you can do that. And let's see if this link works. Oh, did you know that you can join committees and divisions within your membership? And there are 9 ways you can get involved. Read AL Direct. And this is just a newsletter that's put out, I think, throughout the year. And it gives you little tips on what you can do for your career. You can learn things about AI. It's a fascinating newsletter that I think everyone should read. Also, join ALA Connect. If you are a member of ALA, everybody should be able to sign up with ALA Connect. This is where you get information. This is where you get information. For instance, if somebody's looking for a school librarian to speak about a topic, they're putting out a call on ALA Connect. And ALA Connect should be connected to your email, so you should get all that information within your email. This is also where you get all the juicy gossip of what's going on in library world, or what legislation is being passed and they need somebody to speak against it or form a group or something. This is where you should be all registered with your membership with ALA Connect.
Excuse me, Dr. Price.
Yes.
The link didn't open on the screen.
It
So,
didn't?
yeah,
Okay,
so,
so let me go.
or maybe
Can you
come
see
out of
my
it.
screen
Yeah.
now?
We can see your screen. It says get
Okay, so
involved with
we'll go.
ALA,
Okay.
or maybe stop
So
the
can you
presentation
see
and just
me
open.
logging in? Oh, I gotta
Mm,
stop it.
yeah, you might want to stop it and then just open up that window.
Okay, so
And then
share my screen.
share.
Okay, can you see this?
It's loading, so let's see. Yeah,
Oh,
yes,
it
there
could be
we go.
okay, my Wi-Fi is very slow here,
Okay.
so excuse that. So how can you get involved? Can you see this now?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, 9 ways to get involved. I apologize for that. Excuse me. So I was talking about ALA Connect, that with your membership, you should be automatically connected to ALA Connect. And if you're not, I will show you at a later date, or maybe you can email me and I can show you step by step how you can get connected to ALA Connect. Also, I wanted to talk about building your skills. Do you know in ALA we offer continuing education credits and courses? This is another way to enhance your leadership skills. Present your ideas to various committees. There are so many committees you can join. If you look on your my left-hand side, there's so many divisions. You got ALSIC, you got uh I'm sorry, Rainbow Roundtable, you have AASL that everyone should be a member of. There's so many committees and divisions that you can join that you can get involved. And don't shy away because you say, oh, that's just not for me because I'm the school librarian. No, they want school librarian voices. So join these organizations and committees where you can have a voice. I belong to several of them. That's just me. I like to be involved in a lot of things because I believe school librarians should be represented on every committee. So I try to join as many as I can. I know that's expensive for some of us, but the two most you should be joining is American Library Association and Association of Library Service to Children. Also, to your left is the committee volunteer form. This form, they send out, I believe, once a year, usually around June or July. I'm not sure if that's the proper time. Before it's after the election and before the after the new president gets installed. They appoint you to several committees within ALA. So if you're interested in joining a certain committee, you have to fill out this form. And then with this form, the new president-elect or president will appoint you to different committees. What else I can tell you about? Okay, let me go back to my presentation. Nope. Oops. Okay. Another thing about getting involved in leadership, believe in yourself. I know a lot of times we shy away from leadership positions because we are introverts, but we should believe in ourselves and just put yourself out there. I was a little bit apprehensive of getting involved because this is a new career for me, but then I found my way. I went to ALA, my first conference about 3 years ago, and I just sat back and I observed the conference. I observed several committees and divisions. I wanted to get a feel of what I should get involved. And then when I came home, I reevaluated what I learned and I said, I want to get involved with that. And I did. I sent the email out to the chair or the division head and I said, hi, my name is Dr. Corinthia Price and I'm interested in being involved. Where can I fit in? And they are more than willing to help you, to guide you where you belong. One of the first things I volunteered with was the ALSIC, Caldecott and Newberry Award, where before the award, they look for people to help set up in the room. And I was so happy to do that. And a lot of people shy away from it because they don't want to get themselves, they want to get dressed up and sit down. But I said, look, let me just get involved and see what's going on. And it was an eye opener. You learn so much about what goes on to produce this award ceremony. You meet a lot of people, you talk to other librarians, you get ideas of what you can do in your school and your library. So I was so proud of that. And then from there, I joined another committee, for instance, the literacy committee. Who doesn't like literacy? I do. But
Dr.
you
Price,
learned,
Dr.
yes.
Price, I'm sorry, excuse me. I think you pulled up one of the previous presenters' um, presentations. I
I'm
know
so,
I know I'm looking at other people's presentations too. Yes, it's an easy mistake.
okay. I'm so
No, that's okay. It's okay.
take this out. Let me close this out.
I know it was just that
Okay.
good. You had to look at it again, right?
Yes. Can you see this screen?
Yes, we can see the screen. It has
It says,
FAQs on there.
yeah, it says believe in yourself.
No.
Oh,
So let's see if you can go back to, or maybe do a reload your page, like refresh, and then
no, it's
maybe
not
back
you.
up.
It's my internet. It says the screen is paused and it's
Okay.
okay. I'm just going to talk like this. Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay. Um, believe in yourself. And I would just say, just you had that intuition, like maybe I should talk up more in a committee, or maybe I should find out more about the Learning History Roundtable. They always looking for school librarians, especially in that roundtable, because some of our librarians I know teach as history teachers, and they love to hear our perspective from a school librarian standpoint. So, yeah, get involved and be yourself. I wish I could was able to show you, be yourself, be that person who's authentic. I like to laugh, I like to talk, I like to network, and that's who I am. And I just come in being myself, just be yourself and just put yourself out there. I did it. And believe me, the most scariest point was when I was asked to run for executive board, and I said to myself, well, I haven't been involved with the ALA I haven't been involved with ALA for long. And they said that doesn't matter. And I said, what can I contribute? I only been involved with 3 years. They said you have a lot to contribute. So I said, okay, I put my name in. I didn't tell my school head of school yet until after I won, but I'll tell you that story later. So I said, okay, let me go. I'll put my name in. I didn't think I was going to be called. And then I get an email. They said, oh, you one of the finalists. You have to put in a bio about yourself, and now you have to do a presentation. I said, presentation for who? They said to membership and to the council. And I said, oh, I got to go online and do all that. They was like, yes. I was like, oh, okay. And trust me, I was so nervous. I prepared overnight. I'm emailing, texting Casey. Casey, what are they going to ask me these questions? She said, girl, you got it. And everybody keeps telling me, I got it, I got it, I got it. And so I did my presentation, and then the voting was open. And I was so nervous. I can tell you, I was teaching pre-K, and I got a phone call from Leslie Berger. And I was like, all right, everybody, shh, shh. I got some good news, I think. So I pick up the telephone, and Leslie Berger says, I got good news for you, Corinthia. You made it. I said, no, you kidding me. She was like, no, no, you did win. I was like, oh my gosh, I won. I won. Didn't think I was going to get it, but I did. Long story short, put yourself out there. You never know. What's the worst can happen? You don't get it? You can try next year. Maybe you could start off with being a council member, running for council. We need more school librarians on council. And I tell you, we come in numbers, and we all sit together. We bring goodies and treats. But when there's a topic that school librarians are not being represented on, trust and believe me, like Amanda did this last time, we got up and we spoke our voice. And so we need more school librarians on council. So think about it. If you have that inner feeling that you want to be a leader and you want to take us to the next level, try it out. Any questions for me?
This is an excellent time to ask what it's like, because I'm in a leadership position myself in ALA right now, Emer, and I really wish I had this opportunity to ask the questions before I jumped in. But please be sure, open your mic, ask, I should say, put your question in the chat. Excuse me. Sorry. Put
It's
your
almost
question in the
lunchtime.
chat.
It's
Yeah.
almost lunchtime.
Thank you. Here's a question that just popped in.
Oh, were you involved in your state association before? No, I was not involved with my state association before. I'm like everybody else with their school library. We have a budget, and I have to pick and choose which I join. So I figured I'll join ALA because it's on a bigger scale. But no, I was not involved with my state association. And it's due to financial reasons. But
I
that's a
have a
start.
question
If
for you.
anybody wants to join their state association, you should join your state association.
Sarah Kelly Johns is saying any person, not just council members, can attend and contribute to the Youth Council Caucus, which meets at ALA and online. Amanda asks, what does the time commitment look like? That is a really good question.
That's a really good question, right? Okay, for right now with the executive board, it's a lot of my time. It's a lot of work. But council is not a lot of work. Basically, you get your reports and your action items and you read it. They usually send it out a week or two before there is a conference. And counselors are required to attend in person or virtual, and that's usually LibLearnX and annual. But if you decide to run for executive board, you must be a counselor at large. You cannot be someone else. You can be a member, but you have to be a counselor at large. And counselors at large vote for executive board members. So I would advise everyone, if you want to be an executive board or maybe a president, we only had one school librarian president, and maybe some of you guys should be running for president soon. You do not have to be a counselor. But if you do decide to be a counselor, you just put your name in the hat and see where it takes you.
Given that we have all these issues taking place across the country with the book bans and so forth, um, I still think that there's somewhat of a disconnect sometimes between the academic, public, and special librarians and understanding exactly what school librarians do. Can you kind of talk a little bit more about why it's important that we are on these committees to educate our colleagues in terms of what we're dealing with?
It's important because they need to know what we do. There are still some librarians who think that we don't, all we do is sit down and shelve books, which is sad because we're all in the same profession. It's important that our voices are heard. We are going through so much. I think there was a recent article in NBC News 2 days ago that talks about librarians in Texas who was on the verge of being arrested and charged for felonies. And it was a 2-year investigation. And at the end, the district attorney decided not to charge the librarians because they didn't have enough evidence. People don't realize what the stress we're going through. We are losing our jobs, we're losing our income. And they need our representation we need to be on each and every committee so they can hear our voices and know what we are doing. There's a question. Can you determine your time involvement by what committees you engage with? So many opportunities to make a difference. Yes. So as an executive board member, we are liaisons to several roundtables and divisions. So as for me, with my time before I became an executive board member, I will divide my time strategically because my time is precious. So I will strategically pick divisions and committees that I'm really interested in. And sometimes I go out of my comfort zone and join a division or committee that I'm not familiar with because I want to learn from them. And usually that takes about 2 to 3 hours a week. It's not much. It's not much time at all. The most of my time now is on the executive board where I have more responsibilities. And there's so many opportunities to make a difference. You can make a difference on your local level, you can make a difference on your state level, or you can make it on a national level. It only takes one person to voice and make a difference. And you do not have to have a title to be a leader. A leader is everyone is a leader. Even if you go out there and push voter registration, or you go out there and push stop the ban on books. You are a leader, and you are a leader in your community and in your schools. Don't let anybody tell you that the library world is dying. It is not dying. The library is the hub of the school and in the community. And do not let nobody tell you that this industry or this profession is dying. I am so blessed and grateful and privileged because with my library science degree, I was able to do so much with it. People don't realize what librarians do. And that's why our voices, we need to be at those tables. We need to be at those tables in the community, at the table at the Commerce Center. You need to be at business meetings because we hold so much information and wealth. Could you imagine what this world would be without librarians and researchers? I don't know. Somebody said, with so much time having to advocate our worth, not wanting to have to advocate for worth. Okay, wait. With so much time having to advocate our worth, nothing. Can you share outlook on ALA embracing and incorporating school librarians more? We are embracing and incorporating more school librarians more because we are we realize that we are on the battleground and our profession as a school librarian is on the chopping block. And so they're advocating in Washington for laws to not pass. They are advocating on the state and local level. And so we need you guys to help us out. If there's an issue that we are not aware of, please email me. I have my contact information at the end of this slide. Please, I have 2 calls I have to make later. 2 people have reached out to me who wants to talk to me about what happened to them, and I am talking to them, and I'm going to send that information on to the executive board. Listen, we don't I could tell you, the executive board doesn't know everything. But if you got to notify us or call me or call your state level and let us know what's going on in your state, it's not going to be, we won't hear it all in the news. But if you can contact somebody, if I can be that contact person, the way I could take this information to the executive board, I'm that person. I'm here for everyone. I will leave my contact information. If there's a problem, if there's a situation that you need help and assistance with, please reach out. There's also assistance for if people, librarians, school librarians lost their job. There is the merit fund where you can get assistance financially to help you pay for your expenses when you lose your job. So there's so many resources out there for us, but we need to know. Any other questions? In addition to membership fees, what other costs are associated? Travel expenses, conference registration. Well, yes, there are membership fees and there's are travel expenses, but if you can contact your school, sometimes there is a fund for your school to pay for your expenses. What other questions are there? I'm trying to go through the chat. Any other questions?
I think it's important that people understand that when you serve on the executive board, it's not that you just jump on and you just serve. You are trained. Can you talk about why it's important for executive board members to be trained to serve in this capacity?
When I was elected in February, my training started the next day, and it's an ongoing training. This is a 3-year term, but your training is day one. So you sign your documents, sign your confidentiality paperwork, and then they start training you on how to speak to the press, how to present yourself, what not to say, what to say, how to read a financial statement, how to read a financial document. You just it's just an ongoing learning experience. We're learning all about the divisions, about the round tables. We're learning all about PLA or academic librarians, not just school librarians. Our voices are represented throughout the whole librarian field, not just school librarians. So my voice, yes, I am a school librarian, but I also represent the whole industry on the board also. But the training, it comes from me. It comes a little bit easy because I was an administrator in a college and I also sat on numerous nonprofit boards. I was a chair of 2 nonprofit boards here on Long Island. So it comes a little bit easy, but that's I'm an outlier. Most people don't have that skill set. But I would tell you to read the bylaws, read the Constitution. I immerse myself with literature on Robert's Rule of Law, how to be a leader, and so how to speak to the media, how to write. Writing is very important. I do a lot of writing, especially on the executive board. So this is what prepared me to be in this position. What is there anything else? And like I said, get involved on your state level because sometimes if you get involved with your state level, there is monetary money to help pay for your expenses at ALA. And yes, it is expensive, but if you can when I was coming, I used to save my money up a little by little, and then that what helped me with my expenses at ALA. And I usually before I was on the board, I usually stay at the Embassy Suites when money is tight. Embassy Suites give you breakfast and dinner, and if that can help you with your expense, go ahead and then maybe try to room with people who don't have space, like 4 people in a room. It is expensive, but it's well worth it. Any other questions?
I think the song that Elizabeth put into the chat, Step by Step by Whitney Houston, that is a really good explanation, a really good song to represent, what you're experiencing is that you put one foot in front of the other, and this is how it's going to be like for you for 3 years.
Yes, yes. And believe me, you think it comes easy. It doesn't come easy. I'm an outgoing person, but I'm also an introvert also, but I still put myself out there because I want to grow. I want to be a leader. I want to be a visionary. I want to be an example to my daughters to say, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do that. And just put yourself out there. What's the worst that can happen? Any other questions?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any more questions in the chat. I know we started a little early, got all
Yes,
excited.
but I know people are
But
probably want to go for lunch.
lunch, yeah.
If anything, let me see if I can share my screen again with my contact information. Okay.
I have that problem here certain times of the day. My internet speed
Yes.
slows down.
Okay. It looks like it's not working. I don't know why, but it could be the Wi-Fi.
But you're going to also leave some information on that one pager for
Oh, can you
attendees.
see this?
Yeah. Yes, there it is. Got it.
Yes. Here's my contact information, my email, my Twitter, my Facebook, TikTok, and LinkedIn also.
And most importantly, don't be afraid. I never thought I would be the chair of EMERT. I am. And it can be done because you know what? People care and they want to see you be successful. People will reach out to you and they will say, I will
Hmm.
help you. So it's not like you're going to be on that island by yourself. You're going to have plenty of company with you that's going to
Yes,
support
and it's
you.
yes,
And mhm,
yes, it's so true. You will find your people, you will find your place. Casey has embraced me, Amanda Jones, Erica Long, Sarah, Kelly Johns, Dorcas. Everyone has embraced me. They have been such good, and Joyce, who I just met at the Caldecott Newbery Award. I mean, everyone has embraced me and helped me. Believe me, you are not in this walk alone. You will have plenty of people to help you to get to where you need to go. So don't feel that you're going to be by yourself. They even teach you how to go up onto the mic at council and how to present yourself, how to present a motion. You know, everybody you may think you don't know. You may go up to them about, what am I supposed to say? Oh, you're supposed to say where you're from, your name, make a motion and all this other stuff. But everybody's there to help you. You're not the only one. Yes. And don't feel alone.
exactly, exactly. Well, we're going to take a break, but before we do, I want you to go into the chat. People have already started and just say thank you, Dr. Corinthia Price, for your presentation today. It has been very enlightening, and I hope that it will give people an idea in terms of maybe this is something I should start looking into is working towards leadership are working on some type of a committee within ALA because it is worth it and it just helps you just grow as a person as a whole. So thank you again, Dr. Price. Appreciate you coming in today.
No problem.
All right, y'all, we're going to take a break and day one is the only day that has a lunch break. Okay. The reason being is that because it is very, very, very long day. So let me stop the recording real quick.